All right, we'd like to welcome Alyssa. Alyssa, tell us just a little bit about yourself first.
My name's Alyssa. I'm 30 years old. I have 4 daughters, and I love to be outdoors and do crafts.
Okay, so what brought you to our office besides your mom?
Well, for no apparent reason, I began suffering from headaches on a daily basis. They lasted for several months, including nausea and dizziness. It really turned my life upside down.
What kind of was going on with you? You have no idea what started it? There was no specific...
There was no traumatic event, no accident in particular. It may have just been the perfect storm of awful things. Stress, some running.
Because you were trained for a triathlon, right?
Right, I was training for a half marathon,
Okay.
doing a lot of running leading up to that, and I was able to accomplish that, but shortly thereafter began feeling just miserable.
So what were kind of... Because you're almost like bedridden for a little bit, right? Or you
Yeah,
couldn't really function.
It was really hard to get the daily things done. I wasn't able to care for my kids. Cooking was out of the question. Nothing sounded good. I had no appetite.
And you're thin anyway.
Nothing that
and
I love doing, yeah. I lost about 12 pounds.
And you really don't have 12 pounds to lose. And this went on for how long?
For a few months.
And what kind of care did you try to do? Like
I tried various different yoga moves. I tried a handful of doctors, everything from an OB to a neurologist and a myriad of people in between, and they had no answers and could offer very little to help.
Were they trying to were you trying to get diagnosed with some? Were they trying to diagnose you with some?
Absolutely.
What were some of the things they came up with?
So we did all kind of blood work and CAT scans, MRIs. They were just trying to find some diagnosis to figure out what was causing the headaches so that we could try and treat them and so that I could get relief.
And nothing
Nothing
came back positive off of any of the tests that they came back with.
Nothing substantial until a neurologist suggested that it could be a pinched nerve.
Okay, so you went through 4 or 5 different doctors, tried multiple different things. Did they try to give you medications? Did they try to do all that kind of stuff with you?
Yes, I tried several different medications. Some were able to give me temporary relief of the headaches, but they were very heavy doses of medication which caused other side effects and made me feel not myself. It wasn't something I wanted to be on long term.
So you were kind of when by the time you got to our office, and just FYI, she was actually a patient of mine when she was younger. Her family's been patients for a long time, but she was out of the state with her husband, going to school and different things like that. So we haven't seen her for quite some time. What was your day like? Say the week before you came in. What were your days like before you came in the office? I mean, what were you able to do? Or were you just in bed? Were you just kind of...
I remember having a conversation with my mom, I think the day before I came in, saying that I had never understood someone not wanting to live anymore. But that's the point it was at.
Wow, you haven't told me that.
It stole my life.
And it was for no apparent reason, which is the weirdest thing. So, Alyssa came into our office, and we just did regular chiropractic. So tell me kind of what your experience was after just being seen the first couple times.
My mom had been coming to the chiropractor and said, you ought to just stop by. It's a pinched nerve. Dr. Watt says, he can get things in line, and that would relieve the pressure off the nerve, and it kind of made sense. And
didn't the neurologist say, well, your neck's tight? There's something up with your neck is tight. He said it might be a pinched nerve. There's neck tightness.
He could feel muscle spasms in my neck, so he suggested physical therapy, which I had been attending a couple times a week and using a TENS unit and different stretches and exercises to try and strengthen the muscle, relieve the muscle spasms. And I don't feel like it was accomplishing anything, at least at that point. They said give it a few weeks, and it still wasn't quite helping, and I was beginning to question whether that was the right treatment. And due to the frequency and intensity of the headaches, I was seeking other options.
Because they were literally every day, right?
Every day.
And
for
pretty
most
much all
of the
day?
Every day and all day. And neighbors were bringing us food because I just couldn't cook, couldn't eat, couldn't take care of my kids. People were babysitting, and So I was getting a referral for the Utah Pain Management Specialist to treat through injections of some kind, just to relieve the nerves and try and find me some relief. So I came to the chiropractor, and it only took a couple of days and a couple of visits until I had my first day when I felt like the sun came up and the clouds were parting, and within a week I had my life back.
See, that is so cool. And see, I didn't know half this stuff. That's what's cool about doing these these testimonials. And I remember, like, it was only like the third visit. She came in. She was spry. I mean, she looked. She just looked. She had kind of more of
I'll
a.
never forget the morning that my husband said, "Whoa, you're showered. You're dressed." I felt good, and I felt like living again.
Because before, like, you were almost to the point of non-functioning. So whenever you went anywhere, you really didn't get dressed
kind of
up, didn't get ready. You just
zombie
kind of
mode. I was just
right.
wearing the bravest face I could wear. But
Yeah, because I remember you came in, you were made up, you were dressed, and it's like, and you were just like, I'm feeling really good. I don't know what's going on, but I'm feeling much better.
Life's busy again. I'm able to take my kids everywhere I want to go and help with the kids' classes and do all the projects that I love to do that fulfill me.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.